let's talk about the Fender Stratocaster and why I think it's the greatest guitar ever made. Today I have this beautiful, amazing guitar. This is my original Fender Stratocaster from October 1962, and I want to give you 10 different reasons why this is my favorite guitar. This is obviously my main guitar that I use for most of my videos, and I absolutely adore and love this guitar. Everything is original except the finish. It's the Fiesta refinish over an original Sunburst. So, number one, what I love about this guitar is the pickups. To me, these pickups in this guitar sounds amazing. They have the perfect balance between bass, middle and treble. I have played a lot of different guitars, and I have other Strats and S-style guitars here that I also absolutely love, but this one is for sure my favorite one, and one of the reasons is that I absolutely love these pickups. They sound amazing to me, and yeah, again, they are very well balanced. It doesn't have too much mids, it's not too scooped, it's not too bright, it's not too bassy, it's just perfect for me. Number two is the versatility of this guitar and obviously all other Strats. It's the 5 pickup position. Now, obviously, on these old guitars, you originally only had 3 positions, so I have swapped the original 3-piece position to a 5 position. So I can use this one, I can use these two, and the middle, and obviously these two, and my favorite position of them all, the neck position, this one. It's a very versatile guitar, the Stratocaster, and you can, in my opinion, almost play any kind of genre with this type of guitar. You can play rock, you can play blues, you can play jazz, you can play hard rock. Maybe if you go into other type of heavier genres like heavy metal, thrash metal, maybe this isn't the right choice of guitar, but I don't play that kind of music so much anymore. So yeah, this is the perfect guitar for me because I love to play rock, I love to play jazz, I love to play blues, funk, and this one can do everything. Number 3, we obviously have the Tremolo System, and we all know that the Tremolo System of a Strat doesn't always work that great. However, on this guitar it works perfectly. I can do dive bombs, and yeah, I can really work on this Strat, and it stays perfect in tune. How I like to set up the Tremolo System on a Strat depends. I usually like to have the tremolo touching the body of the guitar, and I use 5 springs. That's mostly because when I bend a string, I don't want the bridge to move. I want it to be fixed, so I have solved that by using 5 springs. So I can bend a string and the bridge won't move. Because if the bridge moves and you bend a string, obviously the pitch will change a little bit, and if you do these kind of country bends, when you bend a string and then you play on another string, it might be a little bit out of tune. But if you have the bridge fixed towards the body and a lot of springs, you don't get that trouble. There's also other solutions for this. I use 5 springs. That works for me. The neck on this guitar is, yeah, it's a perfect match for my hand. It's a C shape, not too fat, not too small. It's just perfect and it feels so nice under my fingers. These old pre-CBS Fender guitars are famous for their necks and how they feel, and a lot of these guitars have these rolled edges, which obviously this one has, and I absolutely love that. And it's got 7.25 radius, of course, and that's something I prefer. Number 5, it's super light, so it doesn't weigh a lot, and yeah, the less a guitar weighs, the better for me. I don't like heavy guitars. I like light-weighted guitars, and this one is super light. And old pre-CBS guitars, or old guitars in general, tend to weigh less than guitars do nowadays. Nowadays, to my understanding, it's more difficult to get these woods that don't weigh as much. So yeah, that's good to know actually. If you're looking for an old vintage guitar, they tend to weigh less, which is great. Number 6, it sounds absolutely amazing even when you don't plug it in. It sounds, yeah, it sounds really good acoustically. I don't think you can hear it now, but it's a big sound acoustically, and it got a lot of low end, which I really like. I don't like guitars when you play them acoustically and it's a very trebly sound, and it lacks the low end. Even though maybe that doesn't matter too much when you plug the guitar in the amp. I play my guitars a lot without the amp plugged in, so I play them acoustically on the sofa, in the bed, wherever in my apartment. I like to pick up a guitar and I want to be able to play it acoustically, and I want it to sound good. And this one absolutely does the job of that. Number 7. The frets on this guitar are tall. They are 6105. That's a tall fret, and I really like tall frets because it's easier to bend the strings, and it's easier to get a good grip of the strings. And it's stainless steel frets, which I absolutely love. Mainly the reason is because you don't need to do a refret ever again, because yeah, they don't wear down, stainless steel frets. So probably, hopefully, I will never need to refret this guitar again. And also I really like the feel of stainless steel frets. Some people don't like the feel of stainless steel frets, but I really like them. It feels really smooth under the fingers. Some people say that they don't like the sound of stainless steel frets and they sound a little bit trebly. This is something I don't hear, so it doesn't bother me because I can't hear it anyway. So yeah, it's stainless steel frets, 6105, and the fret job is done by a store here in Sweden, Stockholm, and they did a really great job of installing these stainless steel frets on this original vintage Fender Stratocaster from 1962. Number 8, what I like and absolutely love about Stratocasters is obviously the look of it. It's just a classic look, and to me nothing beats it. It's just classy. I don't know. Just look at it. Specifically this guitar, I absolutely love the color, the finish, even though it's not an original finish. It's an old refinish in Fiesta Red. It's obviously nitro cellulose, and it got these beautiful checkings, and yeah, a lot of scars and marks, which I find really nice. It's got a lot of history, this guitar, which is obviously nice, I think, at least. Number 9 is the design of the body, and I'm talking about the contour body and how it fits perfectly against your body. It's easy to sit with. It fits perfect on the leg. It's well balanced guitar. It doesn't tip over. Feels really good to have your arm around the body here. And this is not the case for every guitar. I think this is one of the great things about the Strat. It's a very elegant guitar and it fits perfect against your body. It's a totally different kind of design compared to the Telecaster. And I love Telecasters, but obviously the Telecaster isn't as, how should I say it? How should I put it? It's more rough guitar and simple guitar, the Telecaster, while the Stratocaster has this, is more round with a contour body. Very ergonomic. It's a very ergonomic guitar, I would say, when maybe the Telecaster to me isn't that. And number 10 is of course the Mojo and the history of these guitars, the history of the Fender Stratocaster, and specifically the history of pre-CBS Fender guitars. For you guys who don't know what this means, 1965 the company CBS bought the company Fender. So a lot of things happened from 1965 and forward. A lot of changes to the design of the Stratocaster. A lot of people would argue that these changes weren't that great. So therefore, Fender guitars that are made or were made before CBS bought the company are usually considered worth a lot more money. So that's a little bit history there. Usually when we talk about Fender guitars, we talk about pre-CBS, the pre-CBS era and the CBS era. This guitar is from 1962, so it's obviously a pre-CBS guitar, and it has always been a dream of mine to own pre-CBS Fender guitar, specifically a Stratocaster. For me, this guitar has Mojo, and it got Mojo legacy and a lot of history, and we have all of these great guitarists who have played Stratocasters, from Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, Buddy Holly, Eric Clapton, and so on. That's 10 different reasons what I love about the Fender Stratocaster, and specifically what I love about this beautiful guitar. Thank you all for watching this video and supporting me, and I hope I'll see you next time. Cheers.